Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. Today, I want to kind of go back to the beginning a little bit because I think for me initially, when the channel started, there was a handful of us and we were kind of working through these videos. But now I've noticed that almost 4,000 subscribers. God bless your hearts. Thank you so much. I'm starting to see a lot of comments like, what is hoovering? What's future faking? What's a narc harem? So clearly, new people are finding this channel, and new people are just coming to terms with what's going on. So today, I want to just take a step back, and I'm going to explain what the narc harem actually is, because I believe the narc harem presents a tremendous amount of hurt and confusion and pain for victims, because we believe that we were in, a monogamous relationship, in a loving relationship, and all of a sudden you wake up to the reality that, whoa, they're talking to other love interests behind closed doors, they're sneaking around, they're going missing, they're lying relentlessly. And always remember, if the narc's lips are moving, they're lying. But when all that infidelity is introduced, that can be very painful and, quite shocking. So I'm going to explain the narc harem today and what that really is. Now, the narcissist, on its evil spiritual level, has become what it loves and covets the most. What it loves and covets the most is inflicting grave harm and injury on human souls. So they have a collection of human souls that they extract life force from, energy from, sexual energy from. And typically, this energy comes to them from them harming, injuring, reducing, minimalizing human beings, devaluing people, and this is how their souls are fed. And the members of the narc harem all serve a very unique function. Now, they're incapable of love, so if you're the wife or the mother of their children or that primary partner, live-in partner, you would assume or hope to assume that you were a more important member of the narc harem, but no, absolutely not. Each member of the narc harem is of equal importance, or in this case, maybe lack of importance, but all kind of on an even playing field. There isn't really one that's more important than the other, because each serves a very unique purpose. Now, the narcissists void real human emotion, excuse me, I've got scratchy throat, is not able to find a complete picture in one victim. So they need multiple victims, thus the creation of the narc harem, to create that one complete picture for them. So everyone in the narc harem, and if you're with a narcissist, that is what you are. You're a member of the narc harem, and I don't care if you've been there a week, a month, a year, 20 years. We are all puzzle pieces to create one picture for the narcissist, one body of, source of supply, and one source of souls to be extracted. Okay, so just for the sake of explaining this, I'm going to strip away all the color, black and white. One of the things that I love and covet, something that's important to me, is cooking. Now, I'm a gardener. I do canning. The creation and growing of food is important to me, and the canning and preservation of food is important to me. And though I have to cook every day, I love cooking. Cooking is something I absolutely love to do. To effectively execute my my interest, my passion in cooking, I have not one but two complete collections of Langostina pots. In addition to that, I have my canning pots. Now, my canning pots are very large, very cumbersome. They really don't fit in my kitchen cupboard. So my canning pots, though important, are in the basement in my storage room downstairs. Now, I may only bring those pots out 4 times a year, but nonetheless, I need those pots. Now, if something was to happen to my canning pots, of course, whether I was using them today or tomorrow, knowing I need those pots, I would very likely immediately replace those pots so I had those pots for when I did actually need them. Now, of course, like everyone else, I have my pots that I use on the daily. The potato pot, the pot that's maybe going to come out 2 or 3 times a day. Maybe I'm going to use that pot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's my go-to pot. What I'm doing is I'm using that pot, and that's what the narcissist is doing to the members of the Narc Harem. They are using the members of the Narc Harem much like I'm using my pots. Now, there's going to be pots that I use daily. There's going to be pots that maybe I use weekly, maybe pots that I only bring out when I'm having 6 or 8 people for dinner. And then, of course, there's the canning pots in the basement that I only use a few times a year. And basically, the Narc Harem is my collection of pots. Now, when I consider my daily pots, my daily pots are used all the time. They're scrubbed all the time. They're in and out of the cupboard. The handles become loose on those pots because those pots have been used more regularly. They've been put through more strenuous use. They've been scrubbed, they've been dropped, they've been boiled over. They have been, really put to task. And sometimes that pot, it just needs to be thrown out and replaced because, well, that pot had a whooping laid on it. Now, my daily use pot that's been put through the most rigorous use, now damaged, broken, handles loose, cracked, that pot's going to go in the garbage and I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy a new pot. Okay, so there I am in a relationship with Trevor, very much in love with him, trying desperately to save the relationship, find resolution to this absolute motherfucking crisis, I am this deep in absolute debauchery and bullshit and filth and crud, and I'm just desperately trying to fix it, and then all of a sudden, bingo, I come to the realization, holy fuck, I'm a pot. Yeah, I'm a pot. Okay, so accepting that you're a pot can be, well, that can be painful, absolutely. I don't want to be a fucking pot. I certainly don't want to be a pot in what I thought was a loving relationship. So I think realizing that that is the sort of function that we all serve in the Narc's harem, I think there's a lot of liberation in that because at this point, we can decide not to be a fucking pot. Like, we can decide, no, I serve a greater purpose in the world than that. I have the capacity to love and deserve to be loved. I have the capacity to be nurturing and I deserve to be nurtured in return. And, today, I'm not going to be nobody's fucking pot. Now, one thing's for absolute certain is I will never be able to function as a cook with one pot. That's never going to work. It's impossible. You cannot, really enjoy the hobby or the passion of cooking with one fucking pot. It's not going to work. And it's never going to work for the narc. There's never going to be a day where they let the Narc harem go and focus their attention on you any more than I'm ever going to be able to function in my kitchen with one pot. I hate to reduce us to pots, but basically that's what we are. Absolutely. Items to be used, manipulated, worn out, and then discarded. That's all. Just fucking pots. And if you decide to stay with your narcissist, just realize you are not a unique entity to them. You're just a fucking pot. Whether it's a pot they use daily or 4 times a year. We're just fucking pots. Now, if you're just waking up to the reality of the situation you're in and you found your way here to Kim Wilson TV. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want you to know that you are sure shit not a pot here. You are a valuable and very, very meaningful human being. You are admired, you are respected, and there is a tremendous amount of support here amongst victims and survivors. And I just want to say welcome, and please subscribe if you like, and please feel free to leave a comment, and know sure as shit here at Kim Wilson TV, nobody's a fucking pot. I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. I hope you guys are having a narc-free day, and if you're still with the narc, peace be with you, my friends. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Love you guys lots. Happy day.